All right, welcome back to the Combat Report. I know, guys, it's been a long time since you've seen us. We are now doing it live, and it is now episode 19. And, of course, it is yours truly, Brian, along with Mark. Howdy. And I'm sure everybody's wondering who is sitting next to us. Mark, do you know who's sitting next to us? Do you have any idea?
I think it's like Devin, the czar of the FGC over here.
The czar of this FGC. That's what he actually told us off camera. That was in his contract, actually. That's the reason why you've not seen us for months. We've been trying to get this guy a part of our podcast, and now we've successfully ended negotiations. He has agreed to it. And he actually told me off camera also, has he Mr. GuyTheStampede? So, everybody, we would like to welcome Devin, a.k.a. Mr. GuyTheStampede, because he told me not to put Mr. in front of it. He was going to hit me with a crowbar off camera. His people are off camera, Mark. You see them right there?
Yeah.
We want to make sure that, everything's good with you.
Everybody knows.
Welcome, Devin.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Good, man.
Glad to have you.
Glad to have you. So... now that makes three of us.
Yeah.
And we're one big happy family after these very stressful months of negotiations, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like there was ransoms. And we're not going to mention who was in the ransom, but it was crazy.
It was crazy, but
fun times. Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad, Devin, that you took our penance and basically allowed us to let you on the show.
And that losing that one kidney was worth it too. So
all right. All right. Well, moving on. All right. So with that being said, the first thing we are going to talk about is LAN All Night. We are back doing it again. I know you guys did not see us doing it the last one, which was LAN All Night VI in April of this year. We had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
And Mark, do you know who is on this show who is part of LAN All Night? Do you have any idea? Is there anybody who has told you? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
I wonder.
Anybody?
I have a feeling that is.
Is it me? Is it you?
Oh no! It's Mr. Guy over here, Mr. Czar of the FGC.
Yes. Actually, we have the director of tournaments.
Oh yeah.
LAN All Night with us now.
That's how we met him.
Yeah. Mr. GuyTheStampede, would you like to tell us all about LAN All Night and when it will be taking place?
Yeah. So thanks for hitting us up with the whole LAN All Night stuff. It was great having you guys in for the last one in April. The next one is coming in October 28th through the 30th, and we're hoping to really have a lot of really cool stuff there this time, and just as many prizes, just as many raffles, just as many contests, just as craziness of an event as it can be. Mm-hmm. We bring out the llamas with the suits, and we just have fun with it. So LAN All Night is a little gaming charity organization, and we get all of our gamers together and it's kind of a food drive thing. And so everybody brings, a can of food or some ramen noodles, peanut butter, whatever's on our list.
I like peanut butter.
Dude, peanut butter's great. Yeah. It's the one I got the most of last time. I got a big old case of it and brought that in and got like a whole bunch of raffle tickets. And so, it's
peanut butter brings everybody together.
Yeah. It does.
Yes.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
We do all that stuff. And then it's normally a PC gaming event, but because I love the FGC so much, I had to get it involved with what we had going on. So
of course,
I brought in the guys here with Combat Championship Series to run the FGC side of stuff. And the last event was great. And we had I think it was 60 people that played in the FGC side, 90 people altogether.
You're welcome.
Tournaments.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much. You made it a great event. And that's the best part. It's what I really wanted. To be real, it's like I wanted to make sure the DFW FGC had a place, and they found it, and they had so much fun. So many raffle prizes won. Somebody even proposed to our CEO during our skit time on Saturday.
Wow, you ever been married, Mark?
And a life before, yes.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
That's
all right, yeah.
So it's a fun little time, and this time we're actually going to have our own room. So we'll have a whole FGC house. We'll see what it is that we actually call it the day of, but other than that, that's pretty much LAN All Night and FGC's part in it.
Oh, great!
And,
yes.
The good thing is, like the best news about all of this with that room, that we will be fumigating it after the Smash tournament. So
yeah. We'll make sure everybody's safe. CDC.
Yep, CDC.
Yeah.
We'll have our masks too, and we'll make sure that we will be spraying that MF down every time we get, every chance we get,
Yeah, tell us how you really feel, Mark. All right. So, thank you again, Devin, Mr. GuyTheStampede, for giving us all the information about LAN All Night. So, moving on, we have news on Street Fighter 6.
Woo! Let's go.
Stuff.
Man, since our last episode, man, just
so much has happened, so much has changed. We are live, and we are going to get into Street Fighter 6. And with that, I want to first talk about the announcement of Ken, E Honda, and Blanca, and Dawson.
Ooh, yeah, all of them.
I want to start off with you, Mark. Mark, what did you think about those 4 characters and how they look, their moveset, everything?
All right, so Ken is always a character that's special to me because I love. I think when I think about Third Strike, I don't think about Yun or Chun-Li. I think about more Ken, and it's probably because of the Evo moment. 37 with the barriers with Daigo.
Absolutely,
but bro, like I play Ken in S Super Turbo. And I play Ken a little bit in Street Fighter 4, but I never really played with him in 5. And 5 was probably my least favorite incarnation of that character. But this character in Street Fighter 6, this Ken is coming back with all the sauce, all the juice, and all everything. Like this guy has everything. He's got Tims,
the Tims.
Bro.
We definitely.
And he's dead at stomping people, and then he's like. He's got his Third Strike, super kicks. He's got
straight from the Bronx.
Yeah, he's got his MVC assists, kicks, the Tatsumaki, bro, and he's got his stuff from Street Fighter 5 that was silly too. So it's just man, like my head is spinning right now. Like I call the doctor.
Oh man, I got that kind of insurance, but we'll see what we can do.
But E Honda is really cool. E Honda, they didn't really. I feel like they really showed that much of him. But he looks good, but I am getting a little PTSD because E Honda and ST.
Super Turbo.
Oh yeah. That thousand hand slap will get you.
Man, that is the character that is if you want to bonk your head and sniff some glue, that's the character you play in ST for that character. And,
absolutely.
Blanca, love him. And I love how he's got his Blanca chance, and he has his little Blanca chance to come after you now, and he can just drop him. That's just
loved it.
Fantastic. And then Dawson, bro. Sim, he's just his critical art.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
JoJo's.
Yes.
Shit. Yeah.
Incredible.
He's Mr. Stretch Armstrong over there. It's just seriously just what they're doing with Street Fighter 6 is just mind blowing. And even the characters before, like Jury, we're
gonna get into that.
Best.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's yeah. But anyways, what's y'all's feelings about it?
Well, I'll tell you, I was blown away when they had these 4 characters. Ken, like you said, just incredible. Yeah. Looks like Third Strike Ken. Looks like they upgraded him to the maximum. And I just am blown away also by Blanca with the Blanca Chan. I love that. Dawson, he looks broken. Love it. He's going to make a lot of people rage quit, make a lot of people just absolutely bonkers. He's a zoner. He's the first zoner that I ever fell in love with. Love it. E Honda, like you said, gives you PTSD, nightmares. I thought they killed it with all 4 characters. Loved them. What did you think, Devin?
I think they all look great too. Like the really cool part about the designs of all the characters since season 4 or season 5 of Street Fighter 5.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Everything's so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously.
They nailed it.
So clean.
Yes.
And these characters, they just look incredibly clean. Like Dawson, I think is probably one of the best upgrades.
Oh, incredible!
And oddly enough, it's and
his stage classic.
Oh, dude, I love the way his stage looks. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
And like Blanca, it's kind of odd to say, but like Blanca just looks more Brazilian now, more like a human that's been altered instead of just like an actual mutant, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of like that he looks a little more, human, if you will, this time around.
How can we not talk about the overalls?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude.
And that's the coolest thing.
Come on now. We haven't heard enough about the overalls.
It's
so
Dickies overalls.
I didn't know they had Dickies overalls in Brazil. Hello, Mark.
And he's got a bandana too. He's got the bandana.
Oh yeah, the bandana too, man. That's where I'm from, Fort Worth. Oh, that touched my heart. Yeah, definitely.
Overalls are a South thing.
Yeah, South, exactly.
South America.
Oh, yeah, that is South America. What am I thinking about? South of the equator too, Mark.
Yeah.
You know? That's,
It's
you know?
It's good stuff. And what the cool part is that, like, all of these characters, their actual, like, just their essence of who they look, what they look like, tells a story. And that's really the best part about these designs going into this game. So, I mean, it all looks so good right now, for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys on that. I'm just blown away by that. And then the next day, they come out with the full base roster, 18 characters.
Yep.
18 characters. And my day finally came. My day finally came.
That's right.
My day finally came. Can you believe that?
What happened? Tell them.
They finally brought DJ back. They finally brought him back. And they not only bring DJ back, Mark, Devin, they brought him back with an old school ride with a system on top of the car.
Yes.
And they said it's a self-driving car, which I'm not for because I think somebody from Jamaica wants a gas guzzler that is bad for the environment. So I don't know what they mean by self-driving car because I think electric car.
Exactly.
But I wanted to be a Gran Torino, an El Camino, some old school car that doesn't care about the environment at all. You know, I'm sorry, you know, but like the way he looked, the headphones, the dreads, I mean, he looked great. He looked great.
He grown up.
Yeah.
Groans up, man. Groans up. All the way. You don't understand me. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. You don't understand all of your Street Fighter 4. All with the weak, you know, moves. He's got to be great now.
Yeah.
Devin, he's got to be. He's got to be. Capcom, listen to me. Listen to me. I've been here since the start. You've got to make DJ look just as clean as Ken. The moveset has to be there. We've got to finally give him a great fireball. No more just shaking maracas. He's got to be a legitimate character. He's got to be. So with that being said, Mark, what character most excited you of the full base roster of the 18 characters?
All right, so I'm not surprised, but Zangief. I'm excited to see Zangief because of all these characters that are coming out.
Russian Overlord.
He's going to be doing some Cossack dancing. You know what? And just from the stuff I've seen with Ken, I know this is probably not going to happen, but wouldn't it be absolutely insane if they got his Iron Geef? His Iron Geef Super.
Shout out to Snake Eyes.
Yes. He gets his Iron Geef Super somehow, and I am betting you he's going to get his green hand back.
That would be great.
That's what we all miss.
We need those rage quits back off that green hand.
And then I just can't wait to see this man. And these new characters, I'm also really excited to see the new characters too, because I think my other favorite character I'm seeing besides Ken and Geef, or I haven't seen anything for Geef yet, but my other favorite character is Jamie. Jamie's got a dive kick, so he's gonna be one of the better characters. Just automatically. That's just how it is, you know. And Popeye looks really cool too. I mean, Luke looks really cool too.
I agree, Popeye. because all they're doing is missing the spinach. And
I can legit just say I like all the characters.
Edgy Popeye, basically. That's what he is. You know, Edgy Popeye.
He's a Zoomer Popeye.
Yeah, Zoom. Oh, that's a good one, Zoomer Popeye. Yeah. So, Devin, what's your favorite character?
My favorite character right now is Kimberly for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've always liked Guy. Yeah. Even though I didn't play him, I've always liked Guy. It's just because I probably played him so much in like actual Final Fight. That he just wasn't as clean in the game to me.
No, he wasn't.
Just more complex than he would be in Final Fight. So I never really played
Final Fight
like that.
Got my heart.
But also I play counter characters, and since he doesn't have a counter, like I just gravitated to other characters. But Kimberly, on the other hand, Kimberly's looking great, and just the way that they've kind of like made movement with the back and forth, like jumping between the screens. Part of the super actually runs down and then runs up the other side of the screen. Like they didn't have to put that kind of stuff in.
No, the detail they put into her is incredible. In every character, you can tell they built this from scratch. That's another thing I think they did. I don't think they took anything from Street Fighter V. I really think they built it from scratch.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
You know what's kind of funny is that the art director for Street Fighter VI right now had been an art person on Street Fighter 2 back in the day, whenever they really brought in a lot of awesome designs with championship position with like Fei Long and Cammy.
Oh yeah.
You know, all that stuff. And so him coming back to the game after being on Monster Hunter this whole time? Monster Hunter. The art director was on Monster Hunter this whole time. Came in with it's not Luke. whenever Luke was being made, he was brought in to make Luke and all these guys going forward. So that's why the game has looked so clean, is because he had all these monsters designs, these armor designs, these weapon designs that he's been messing around with and making crazy stuff for all this time. And he's bringing it into Street Fighter now. That's why this stuff looks so good now.
Damn.
That's why it looks so clean, because Monster Hunter's been clean for a long time.
Hey man, Monster Hunter is Capcom's
savior.
Yeah, savior. Absolutely.
Savior.
They have not been seeing Monster Hunter for a long. They've been working out of a closet for so long. They've put them some offices.
With a typewriter.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude, I remember, like, not to go off tangent, but man, I remember hearing about Monster Hunter back in like 2004. Like on the PSP, and I was like, "What the hell is this game?" You know, and then it just came like overnight. I was like, "Bro, have you been playing Monster Hunter 3 on 3DS?" And then think about that, 3DS, and now it's a big ass AAA title for Capcom too. Like seriously, good stuff to that man right there. Good stuff to that series.
It's crazy too because like Capcom had the Dark Ages right after Street Fighter 4 released.
Yeah.
Or even around Street Fighter 4's release, because like they lost not Harada. They lost Ono, Ono wasn't developing the game post Street Fighter 4 really.
Yeah.
So like they lost Ono and all of that. They lost the guy who did Mega Man.
Inafune.
Inafune. And so they lost so much talent during that time, and they like offloaded a whole bunch of crap. And they lost so much money with all these third-party developers making their mainline titles.
Yeah.
And it's just like Monster Hunter put Capcom on its back. We would not have Capcom where it's at right now if it wasn't for Monster Hunter 4.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, like and the art direction of this game is just it speaks to like the direction of Capcom headed based purely upon the success of Monster Hunter, I think.
It's the redemption arc, man. Like after Street Fighter 5 and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, man, they just are like, all right, we gotta do something, and then like they've been pumping out the new Resident Evil games. Like even it's kind of started with Resident Evil 7, honestly. That's what I would say. Mm-hmm. And then Resident Evil 2 remake that blew everyone's balls off, and then just everything is just going insane now. Like it's just been going on entirely. Yeah. They got Devil May Cry 5. Like, I mean, I know this is like old news, but it's just like, wow, dude. Like, think about it. Just think about it.
Incredible.
You know? Like, seriously, shout outs to Capcom right now. Like, seriously.
Yeah, they're really killing it. And one thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the single player mode is the visual frame data. That is so good. And if you guys don't mind, I want to just list the things that come with the visual frame data. You have the counter state.
Nice.
You have punish counter state.
Nice.
Non-counter recovery, active frames, projectile spawn frames. You have also parry active frame. You have damage or guard recovery. You have invincible, normal attack invincible, and projectile invincible. That all comes with it.
I love it.
Yeah.
This was a game changer.
Seriously.
Like this was something that really just blew my mind when I saw that visual frame data and what comes with it. All the particular things that you can do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Training mode is serious now.
Yeah, super serious.
Yes.
Oh man, people were mad about frame data before today.
Yeah.
Oh,
no longer.
They're gonna be upset.
Yeah.
They're gonna be so much like really like targeted labbing that people can actually do.
Right. Yeah. Situational labbing now is a real deal thing now with Street Fighter 6.
I love it.
And I just, you know, I was just blown away by how good they really did in the time they took on that, you know? And I just don't think there's been enough credit and kudos given for Capcom putting that kind of time in the developers.
And that's the thing. It's just like we've seen it at the tail end of Street Fighter 5 that it's just grown.
The directors are totally changed the direction of the game, and now it's just headed in all the right directions. It seems to be, you know.
They really knocked it out of the park with TGS, and they've been
TGS. They did a great job with that,
man.
And then they actually had announcement for the closed beta, October 7th through 10th.
Nice.
Literally nobody saw that coming.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So we all know this game is closer than we think to being released.
Yeah.
You know. And hopefully, yours truly, all three of us get in, you know?
Yeah, seriously.
Hopefully, you know, pick up enough keys to, you know, be a part of this. Capcom, we're trying. We're out here, you know? Just saying, we'll shield for you. We can be bought. So, yeah. I mean, I'm just really, you know, excited that they are doing that. Hopefully, we get to play, you know, the closed beta. So, with that, I know we're going to talk about the single player mode of Street Fighter 6, and I know Devin, you had something that you wanted to talk about with that.
Sure, yeah. So the single player mode, like we haven't seen too much on it. I mean,
right.
We have, but I think that the specifics are kind of what's missing right now. So I mean, we have the whole bit on getting a martial arts master, and just for the way that things look, it's definitely going to be kind of RPG-ish.
Yeah.
Because your character's going to start out with just a limited amount of drive gauge, a limited amount of health, and so as you you'll probably have like quests and all that kind of stuff, which they didn't really talk about any of this, but it's obviously something that's on the table because of just the first screen that they showed you whenever you fight the first character Bond. Yeah. And you had less life, you had less drive gauge than we've normally seen in a match. So it's obvious that they're going to have some type of level up system. I hope that it's more story based than it is like experience based.
Right.
Yeah.
But it could be experience based simply because of how they have the open world with the Mad Gear gang that you can just like fight out in the open world.
Yeah, exactly.
3D space and also in 2D space.
You know what?
So,
I have something that I didn't even think about. And while you're talking about that, this is reminding me of something of a special game to my heart. And it reminds me of Conquest Mode from Mortal Kombat Deception.
Yeah.
Oh, and, wow, yeah.
That's what gets me kind of excited because it's like, man, like we really don't get anything like that again. And like that Conquest Mode was so unique to its time. While this one might not be like exactly the same and everything like that, but it's like what it gets me kind of hype about it is that you meet all these characters, and then when you're in the actual like overworld, you're doing other super attacks, you know? And it's just like that's been like the big kind of like flaw with fighting games is like they can't attract, you know, the single player audience as well, because now who knows what they're going to be doing? You know, they're going to have new characters as DLC. Then what they're going to do? They're going to have a story expansion or something like that. You know?
Yeah, especially with like the new game modes that they have going on with all the hazards and stuff.
Yeah,
being able to create basically custom game modes. I mean, they're serious about this now. And I had been saying this too before. Whenever Project L was coming out, because of the Cannon brothers being who they are, like they know video games in and out.
Yeah,
I mean, backwards and forwards.
Evo, I mean, they know.
Yeah,
they were building a fighting game before Riot picked them up. They know. So, like, I had been saying that before this point that if Street Fighter 6 didn't have like crazy game modes to do weird things, or like the special stages since Street Fighter 2 and every single special stage since then, like just more single player content than like Project L may have this stuff and then just boot them out of the water. But Street Fighter 6 put it in. So it's like we're having all those cool bonus stages come back and the stage hazards for custom game modes. I can't wait to see what people do with that stuff. It's
and man, it's just
they've done a great job. And I heard a few people say this. Street Fighter 6 isn't a fighting game; it's a video game.
Good, that's good.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah, it really is. You know, you can play the single player mode, you can play the competitive mode online. It seems going to have rollback netcode. It's going to be crossplay.
Yeah,
they're answering everybody's questions.
And then the thing about it too, this is going to be a really good game to jump in because I think other than like Street Fighter 2. Playing fighting games, like into your first one was Street Fighter 4. I remember when Street Fighter 4 came out, I had friends that just like never played a fighting game, and then they got big into it. And I really hope that this is like another one where it's like, hey, we're gonna get these other people to come in, play with their friends, get into the shenanigans of the story. I'm like, oh man, I really love these characters. I want to get better at this game, you know?
No, I totally agree.
With all the single player content, like they're definitely headed to that direction for sure.
Exactly.
Yes. No, we really are looking forward to it. I think that the more reveals they have, the more they show, it's only going to get better. And I think we got a monster in our hands. I really do.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, another big announcement. We thought that was it. No, Bandai Namco drops Tekken 8 trailer out of nowhere. Another one.
Yep.
That's right. Shout out to DJ Khaled. We were just blown away by this. And it opens up with Jin fighting Kazuya on PS5 gameplay footage.
Yep.
This was a trailer taken from the work in progress story mode at 60 FPS. And it looked crisp. It looked great. And I was actually with Devin at a Starbucks. We almost tore the place up looking at this.
It was
really?
It was a special moment. No, you should have been there, Mark. I don't know if you were, looking up at the stars or something.
No, I was at work and I was like, bro, like,
so you were with us in spirit.
I was with y'all in spirit and I almost suplexed one of my coworkers.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Like I was down like,
yeah, but it'd have been worth it.
Yeah,
because this was a great trailer, and I'm really now thinking this game could be on a whole nother level, because I think before this trailer, everybody's wondering what could they do.
Yeah, and that's the big thing too, because like Tekken 7 was a
grand slam.
It was a grand slam because Tekken is like one of the series where it's like there's dedicated people, but some of those games are just very like hit or miss.
It can be, yeah.
It's like people are always gonna say Tekken 3, Tekken 5, and then Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken 7, and like Tekken had like a weird thing going on with Tekken 6, and then
they revived it with 7 though.
Yeah, at 7 they just knocked it out of the park. They just threw everything in that game,
and now it's the only fighting game that's played literally everywhere in the world.
Exactly,
yeah.
And it's like this game is like it has higher expectations now.
It does.
The game looks super cool. The story mode is going to be exciting because Tekken 7 story is, I know we talked about single player stuff, about Street Fighter 6 and fighting games, but Tekken 7 we totally forgot to mention that story was bananas, So what were they going to do? Are they going to get back 2D characters? Or is this going to be just a pure Tekken character game? Is this going to be...
I believe there's going to be guest characters.
Or is this going to be the last Tekken game? Because we don't know. That's the thing. That's the thing. We don't know.
No, we do not know. So even though it was a short trailer, it looked very promising.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Jen got his Tekken 3 attire back, which is sick.
Yes.
He's got the red flame.
Yes.
He looks like they got the father-son rivalry going on. We don't we don't know. Heihachi's probably going to come back somehow,
Has to. He can't be just,
nobody can just stay dead, apparently.
No, not at all. No. Coming back from the dead like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
So, that's what we want to see.
I'm pretty sure it's like Resurrection number 2.
Yeah, number 2, yeah. So, hey, it can happen. So, hopefully we do get that. But we did get an interview with Harada on Tekken 8 with IGN. And one of the things that really excited me about it, he said he is starting this game from scratch. When I heard him say that really excited me.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I have a real bone up to pick about that he did say in the interview was he didn't confirm if it will have rollback netcode. That is the one strike. You have to, in a post-pandemic world, if you're a fighting game developer, go ahead and put out his rollback netcode.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he can't do that. Because there's no way with them announcing at EVO that Dragon Ball FighterZ has rollback netcode that they would not put it in Tekken.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
If they want to really get on a PR nightmare, shout out to Maximilian for saying that would be one. That would be a PR nightmare if they said, no rollback netcode with Street Fighter 6 coming out. And we know the behemoth, Project L coming out. They need to go ahead and confirm that it has rollback netcode. Because until they do, people are going to hold their breath, because I was on Twitter looking at comments when that happened. Everybody. Yeah. And these are the hardcore people. These aren't trolls. These aren't this. That it hadn't confirmed rollback netcode. Harada, it's not time to get cute. It's not time to be that joking, we're going to, tease you. No, you cannot do that.
I bet really the reason why he couldn't is because they don't actually have netcode built out for the game yet.
Yeah.
I bet that's
better. You better do like Project L. Project L, make sure you knew.
Well, that was also definitely one of their targets, I imagine. Plus the Cannon Brothers built GGPO. So
and they did, right.
So, what was, what were they going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, they basically built it off of a game that was already around.
Well, they better work with that graveyard shift getting that code, because I can tell you, there's competition out here now, and you cannot have a fighting game and not have crisp, not just rollback netcode, crisp rollback netcode.
Yeah. You know the difference.
Oh, they know the difference. They will know that. They will know the difference.
The part too is I know he said they're building it from scratch, but there's only so much scratch they can honestly build it from.
Because he did also say,
I wonder if it's just because, the current Tekken engine actually can't do rollback.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Doesn't really matter. But the thing is that if they're going to actually build it out, then it probably is going to take a lot of development hours to figure out for them if they're just like, using their regular engine for it and not like from scratch. So I don't know. That's probably why you can't announce it, just because they literally don't have it on paper yet.
Yeah.
But they do need it. They do need it.
They definitely do. So yeah. And there is a quote from this interview that really intrigued me to get you guys feedback and opinion on. Harada said this: "I'm quite interested in what's going to happen with Project L. Maybe there's another shift in the way fighting games with its business model are played. I don't think they said it yet, but they typically do free-to-play titles, meaning Riot. So if they do that with Project L, how will that change? Writing games is something I'm quite interested to see what happens." I'm really shocked to see him acknowledge that he's looking to see what Riot's doing. Because back in the day, you just didn't even acknowledge what the other companies were doing. So we finally have somebody on the record, a big executive like Harada of Bandai Namco, saying he is interested. He's looking to see what Project L is doing. And I want you guys to speak. I believe this. They need to make Tekken 8 free to play. If you want to really get a game on the market, make it free to play. You really want to blow people out of the water. Something that nobody else is expecting is making it free to play. Because if you say you're looking at what Project L is doing, we all know the free to play model. He names it right here. You need to get a game on the market, because we all know with Project L ahead, that free to play model is going to print money on a high level that we've never seen before in the history of fighting games.
And especially with like how successful like Multiverses is, it's like that's
right.
And then especially like KI too. Killer Instinct was like the very first one that like have that with fighting games. So they would have interesting ways to do it.
But the true model of what fighting games could do when it comes to free to play style, yes, KI is literally the blueprint. I mean, Riot already has it with League of Legends, but they've had it for years, obviously.
Right.
But like, if you really want to talk about what that translates into via a fighting game, KI already did it. So like, it's always weird because like, we're talking about how game changing this is, but like, KI already has it. So why isn't KI all game changing with it? But the thing is that KI became way more accessible once it became free.
Yeah.
So it's about accessibility.
KI is the Sega Dreamcast of the fighting game market.
Exactly.
Like, it's very, very far ahead. Just maybe came out way before it's time.
Well, it's definitely that it ruined its reputation starting out just by being a paid title at all. Yeah. And them not being able to really push it that well. Mm-hmm. And so like by the time it became free to play, the game was effectively dead.
Oh, absolutely.
And Street Fighter V was looking cleaner and cleaner every day. Tekken 7 was looking better. So I think by that time,
because we all know a fighting game has about a 6-month window to knock your socks off at the most.
Yeah.
About a 6-month window. And that's why I'm saying Tekken 8, if they really want to get a competitive edge, come out with free to play. That is, nobody is thinking about that. I've not heard that from nobody. Imagine if Tekken 8 was free to play.
Just get a character, man. Like just either have the base roster, or just have the base roster. And
exactly. Because I can't understand that Harada says a quote like that, and then not take something from Riot and implement it into Tekken 8. You just said that.
It's crazy because like what I think is the paradigm shift. The idea would be that if you're paying for a fighting game title, it's going to be so much more than what just versus mode at all.
Oh, it has to be.
So it's like if Riot puts out a lot more than just versus mode, they put out like a comic book style story mode where they're doing all this crazy lore for characters and they're doing those drops for free. Yeah, that's going to mess stuff up. But I think that if they decide to do seasonal content, which is what I think they might actually do, is they'll do like a battle pass kind of thing. And whenever you purchase the battle pass, you'll end up getting like story content for whatever characters they decide to do at that time. And but when they have like 165 or whatever it is to choose from, they've got such a bottomless pit of characters to work with and like lore that they can always go back to without having to like retcon stuff and wonder how it all fits together, because League of Legends stuff is already great. So like with Tekken 8, their only real saving grace is if they can actually produce content that like is outside of whatever Project L has. But I can say this, there is really no competition for a 3D fighting game against Tekken in that regard. Because as cool as Project L is, it's not a 3D fighting game.
Right.
Flat out.
True.
It's not a one-on-one fighting game, flat out. Unless, Project L does do.
Do not put it past them. Do not put it past them.
I wouldn't.
Do not underestimate the Cannon brothers. They might have something else cooking up.
Yeah, for sure.
Because remember, they have another trailer this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Another announcement.
Yeah. And so, like, Tekken 8, since they're in their own unique niche, I don't think they exactly have to give up their paid on the front end model. But I've been saying ever since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 probably came out that the free-to-play model is the future, basically. Since the original League of Legends, Seasons came out, and Modern Warfare 2, I've been saying that this free-to-play model where you have this kind of story-built content, shout out to Asura's Wrath, because that was going to be the most perfect thing ever. But since there's no contest with other 3D fighters right now, it's hard to say whether or not they could move to that, but it would be a game changer. It would be. I could say that much.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I hope that, Harada does have something up his sleeve and Bandai Namco, because if they were able to do that, then Riot has some true competition. Because right now, when the Project L comes out, the way they seem to be rolling out content for that game, it will be on a pedestal by itself.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be Smash levels of crazy.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And even if Tekken was free, I don't even think it would be Smash levels of crazy. It's a little too inaccessible.
Yeah, it's too much of a legacy game too.
Yeah,
there is a little bit of that. Now it would get more people in, but it would not be like you say Smash levels of crazy where you're just having it, because we know when Project L comes out, you have so many people that never thought about playing a fighting game.
Yeah,
are going to give Project L up, because I know people personally. I've told people a League of Legends fighting game is going to be coming out. And all they do is give the O face, because they are just so...
They perk up.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Because, that's just a game that people will give a shot. Because it's free.
Yeah, of course.
And it has characters that people already know and love.
Yep.
Riot has built a lot of time, marketing effort to building up the aura surrounding these characters.
Exactly.
So it only makes sense that if you like Ari from League of Legends and you like how she is in KDA now, and has just loved everything about her whenever she's in Project L. If it's free, you're just going to try it anyway.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So, I'm really looking forward to all the announcements that will be coming up from Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Project L. We got one more announcement this year. And remember, we are the official podcast of Project L. Remember that, right? Remember that we were here first. So with that being said, sponsor us. Yeah, please. We need it. We got
all kinds of info about League of Legends.
The
Project we do. Fantastic.
All of it.
Wait for the next episodes.
Wait. We got it. We got it. Yep. Yeah. We got somebody on the inside. Wink, wink. So with that being said, I think that ends up this episode. So appreciate you, Devin, being with us now on the Combat Report. So for Brian, Mark, Devin, appreciate everybody for episode 19 watching, and we will be back soon, so take it easy.
All right. Take it easy, guys.
Peace.